Edge to Van Dyke at the stripe. Morris to his inside as the leaders roll through 1 and 2. Looney watching the battle for first unfold out his front windshield. Morris with the preferred groove, and he'll inch out in front of Van Dyke at the stripe. Morris leads lap number 27. Looking to clear the 15 through turn number 2. Morris has the top spot in turn number 3. Van Dyke puts the bumper to Morris through 3 and 4. Looney puts the bumper to Van Dyke. Morris losing 2 spots. Van Dyke back to the point, and Looney's on the assault out of turn number 2. New battle for the lead, Looney and Van Dyke, as Morris appears to have trouble. The 01 appears to have regrouped. Meanwhile, battle rages for the top spot. Looney with a great launch out of turn number 2, and the leaders are side by side in 3 and 4. Van Dyke clinging to the lead from the upper groove, but Mike Looney has the edge. In turn number 1, pass complete. Looney to the point, lap 30. They are still 2 abreast for the top spot out of the corner. Dead even out of turn 2. The leaders plunge into 3. Morris with the edge, and out of the corner, Morris will reassume the top spot from the top groove of the track. Morris making it work the hard way over Mike Looney. And on lap number 41, Philip Morris leads. But he has Mike Looney hitching up to the back bumper. Looney looking low out of turn number 4. Turning up the wick on Philip Morris into turn number 1, lap number 43, a battle renewed for the top spot. Looney's Alabaster Ford to the inside of the red and white Chevrolet of Philip Morris. A heavyweight tussle for the top spot. Looney to the inside. Morris working the top groove of the track. 44 complete. Looney has the preferred groove, but it's going to be a tough task unseating Philip Morris. 2 on the flat through 3 and 4. Looney inching alongside Philip Morris. This will be quite the wrestling match. Down the back straightaway, Morris inching back out in front of Looney. Morris led that lap, but Looney isn't going anywhere. Working the bottom groove to his advantage. He'll draw even with Morris out of turn number 4. Nearly contact on exit, and Mike Looney leads lap 48. Morris keeping the 87 pinched to the apron of the track, and it is working. Morris rallies back, and he'll lead as the leaders roll through 3 and 4. An epic seesaw battle for the top spot. Morris leads lap number 49, trying to close the door on Looney through 1 and 2, and he will be successful. Down the back straightaway, Morris back out in front. Looney races to the back bumper of Morris in turn number 3. Works to the inside of Morris once again. Morris content to ride topside. He's made it work thus far. Speed in the attic of Motor Mile Speedway, and Morris is making it work. Morris using the launch out of turn number 2 to his advantage, and he'll keep the lead through 3 and 4 that time by. Mike Looney is finding it tough going on the bottom at Motor Mile Speedway tonight. The laps beginning to dwindle now, 67 complete. Looney continuing to pressure Philip Morris. The leaders are approaching lap traffic in the form of Ryan Wilson and Wayne Hale. How will that affect the outcome? How will Philip Morris navigate the slower traffic? 12 laps to go. Hale to the inside of Ryan Wilson. That is a battle for position. They're racing for the 7th spot as the leaders race for the win. Looney again to the bottom. Morris continues to fend off Mike Looney's advancements. Wilson will yield the racing groove to the leaders. Wilson will not pose a problem to either the top 2. Wayne Hale, the next in line, and contact out of turn number 4 as Looney gets physical on Morris. Repeated salvos lobbed at Morris, but Morris has fended off Mike Looney expertly to this point. The leaders are coming to 5 laps of racing remaining. Back to the bottom goes Mike Looney. Into turn number 1, Morris content to operate topside. Looney cannot muster a maneuver on Morris from the bottom groove. How far will Mike Looney go to win this race? From last on the grid. One of the more remarkable rallies we've ever seen at Motor Mile Speedway. From 13th place, can Mike Looney pull off the win? He'll have to go through one of the best all-time in late model stock car competition to do it. 3 laps to go at the line. Time is running out for Looney. Morris has made the top side work tonight at Motor Mile Speedway. Can he make it work through 2 more circuits? Looney lunges to the inside of Morris through 3 and 4, but it's not enough, and he'll fall back in line as the leaders roll through 1 and 2. Coming to the white flag this time by. Time has run out on Mike Looney. Does he have anything left in the tank? Morris rolls through 3 and 4 from the top side of the track. White flag unfurls. This is it. One last lap to settle it. Morris topside through 1 and 2. Not enough real estate down low for Looney. The leaders plunge into 3. Looney with 2 on the flat. Morris from the top side of the track will prevail. Checkers out. Morris wins.
I like racing guys that have experience like that. He could have took me out any lap. I mean, he polished down the whole side of this car, and I'm still going to go thank him. But I just want to thank my fans for coming out today, and for all the fans that came tonight. And I hope they got a good.
That was awesome. That's the most damn fun I've had in a long time.
I told you I was going to thank him.
It was a 95-mile-an-hour chess match. How much of this race was mental as opposed to physical?
Yeah, it was all mental, really, because you couldn't slip a little bit. And my car had started chattering the front tires over there. And you could see him making up ground in the center, so I had to find some other place to make speed. And he was doing the same thing. He was setting up behind me, and I was like, uh-oh, we're in trouble now. But I never gave up, and he got into me a little bit off of one corner. And I noticed that he just kept giving me the outside, and that's the right thing to do. That's what I would do. And it's just fun racing against guys that have sportsmanship, respect, consideration, and that's what I want the fans to take away from here tonight is not that I won the race, but, you know, you can be a class act and not make it to victory lane and still win.
The lead advantage has dwindled to a car length. Darren Cockram has company at the front of the field in the form of Corey Dunn. The number 75 turning up the wick on Darren Cockram. Only 2 drivers have visited victory lane thus far in 2019 in the Collision Plus Limited Sportsman division. Corey Dunn boasts 2 wins. Carl Bajewski has 3 wins this season, a division high through 5 races. Corey Dunn has reached the leader first. Dunn started 7th. Carl Bajewski started this race in 9th. They were the favorites entering tonight, but Darren Cockram and that Lee Pulliam performance number 1 is definitely an X factor, and having led the first 31 laps, Cockram is making a statement in race number 1 as well. 33 laps complete. Dunn continuing to size up Cockram. Time beginning to run out for Corey Dunn, however. How long can he practice patience? Coming to 6 laps to go in race number 1. The battle is for the top spot. Darren Cockram has it. Corey Dunn wants it. Cockram has led them all. But these are the laps that matter most. And don't look now, but they will have lap traffic to contend with. The 00 of Godby, the 10 of Underwood are just ahead of the lead duo. Cockram has forestalled a pass to this point from the 75 of Dunn. Can he keep the 75 at bay? 2 circuits of racing remaining. What a job of driving by Darren Cockram. Corey Dunn is there. He is hitched up to the back bumper of Darren Cockram, but cannot seem to find enough racing real estate to mount a maneuver on the 1. Less than a car length. The gap is 1/10 of a second. Which way will Godby go? The white flag is out. This is it, and times are tense at the front of the field. Dunn to the outside of Cockram. Cockram to the outside of Godby, and he'll hold off Corey Dunn. Checkers out. Darren Cockram wins.
I tell you what, I don't know whether to jump up and down or cry. These guys, they have stuck behind me. We've had a rocky couple years. I joined LPP. Lee and his guys jumped on. Right off the get-go, that monkey was riding with me. And man, it was crossed my mind a couple times. I said, it just ain't meant for me to do this anymore. And we figured to miss out, and we come up here and sat on the pole and started in the back again. And he was on the radio and he said, you know, get up on the wheel, we're gonna have to go. And all I asked him was to put a car underneath me and let me show him what I can do. Well, Corey was there and we showed what we can do. We're here, and I just wish we could start this season over, because these fans would see one heck of a battle right here between these three cars.
Howell from 9th place on the grid has worked himself into contention for the win. They split the 8 of Thomason, and a great run out of turn number 2. Ricky Howell Jr. is there. Sprinting to the inside of Reed in turn number 3. He'll complete the pass, but here comes Reed with the crossover. At the front straightaway, the battle is for the top spot. Reed working back alongside the 20 of Ricky Howell Jr. out of turn number 2. After leading the majority of the contest, the lead has slipped away from Reed in the latter stages. White Knuckle racing through 3 and 4. They are side by side at the line with 3 laps to go. It's a dogfight for the top spot. Ricky Howell Jr. has it. A resurgent Mike Reed wants it back. Reed works again to the inside of Ricky Howell Jr. Into turn number 3, draws even in the center of the corner. Reed's making it work on the bottom. 2 to go. Howell Jr. trying to keep the 89 at bay. It's Howell Jr. on the top side. Reed on the bottom. Which lane will prevail? Ricky Howell Jr. and Mike Reed, they're side by side coming to the white flag. Ricky Howell Jr. has the lead at the line. Who will take the checkers? Both cars loose into turn number 1. They're down the back straightaway for the final time. The leaders plunging into turn 3. Ricky Howell Jr. fighting a loose race car is fading from the top groove. Reed on the bottom. Howell up top at the line. It is Ricky Howell Jr. In a photo finish, Ricky Howell Jr. picks up the win over Mike Reed. Wow. Ricky, have you ever been involved in a finish at Motor Mile Speedway that was that close?
No, you know how we've had some daggone finishes here. Been involved in a few of them, but I don't think. But actually, we did have one. Me and my brother one night. He was leading the whole race, and I got him like the last 6 inches there. But never that many laps side by side. And man, I was just hoping I could run him down. Every time we was coming by, I was looking at the laps. But I got there, man, and it wasn't easy to get around him. I mean, we ran him down, but it was awesome, man. I've been just stressed out, man, working on a bunch of people's cars, and it's just had me so stressed, man. And this definitely picks me up right here. And just like to thank Mikey, man, because he could have got into me and got me up the track, but he raced me clean, so you know that's how I'm gonna race him. Just awesome.
You erased a 2-second gap quickly. But once you got to the 89, it seemed like it was extremely difficult to pass him. Were you surprised at how hard it was to get around the 89? And talk about the racing that ensued. That was special stuff.
Yeah, I was. I was really surprised about how hard it was to get around him. I was going to go to the bottom there at first, and then I don't know, maybe I went to the bottom. He crossed me back over. I think that's what happened. But man, you get hung on the outside. It's just my car likes the outside a lot. Me and my brother's been up here, you know, running side by side a lot. And I know Mikey was having to wheel that thing to keep it off of me. I was trying to pinch him down as much as I could without getting into him. We touched there and got a few little donuts on the door, but I mean that's just it's racing, man, at its finest.